You know, the honor flight is a very special flight. It was designed to be a one-day flight to Washington, D.C. to see the World War II Memorial and Arlington Cemetery. Being from Texas, we do things just a little bit different down here. We felt like, you know, if this is going to be an honor trip, let's do it in a big way for what they've done for us. So we designed and put together a 3-day trip to Washington, D.C., and it's honor from start to finish.
Well, American Airlines, through Veterans Initiatives, has always looked for programs that would benefit our men and women in uniform. The honor flight was done on Flagship Liberty, our Yellow Ribbon 7-3.
American Airlines can't get enough praise for what you did for us on that flight. That was tremendous. I think the fact that we had our own plane and our own crew and our own attention made it a little more valuable, and I certainly did appreciate it.
Of course, flying to Washington, D.C., it was open mic Wednesday. All the warriors could tell their stories, and it was an incredible flight.
It was more like just a family get-together or something instead of just old commercial flight. More closeness and more opportunity to talk to each other.
I was the oldest man on that flight. Being 97, I think I got a lot of attention that I wouldn't have gotten otherwise.
3 full buses packed with people, and we headed to the World War II Memorial, and it's so humbling to see these World War II veterans being there. Lots of tributes from everybody. Very honorable event. Lots of tears, lots of memories, lots of stories were told, and you know, we thought, hey, let's form these guys up one more time. And so we put them in a company front, and we had 2 active duty soldiers go with us, and we did a wreath presentation at the Atlantic and the Pacific memorials, and we had a bagpiper there and a bugler there that played taps. It was honor from start to finish.
Oh, it's magnificent. It is really beautiful. And I think whoever designed and produced that memorial really did an excellent job. I'm really proud of it. I respected those guys we left over there. That was always on my mind because we left so many. And I wanted to be sure that we don't forget them.
It brought back some bad memories, but for the most part, it kind of relieved me of some of the stress I'd been under to be able to see and know that they're being honored, the heroes, the ones that didn't come back.
I have never seen any veteran that I've worked with more proud and more thankful than these gentlemen were.
We went straight to the Korea Memorial, and we marched our warriors in, and they were led by Sergeant First Class Harrison, our Army officer in charge. Very incredible moment, and we honored those who served our country during Korea, and we placed that wreath there, and what a humbling, tearful event that was.
The Korean one I had never seen before, and I had 2 younger brothers that went to Korea. They both made it back home safely. They both have gone on now, but I wanted to see, you know, how they were honoring all the other guys.
From there, we went to the United States Air Force Memorial at night, and wow, what a place. We had enough light to get a bunch of pictures, and it really turned out great. Thursday morning, we toured the Marine Corps Memorial, and that was certainly a highlight for that day. We marched all our warriors in and did a formation and did a wreath presentation at the Marine Corps Memorial, Iwo Jima, and again, lots of tears, lots of memories, and what a place to be on that day.
The Iwo Jima monument, I think, is very impressive because I watched them raise the flag on Iwo Jima through my rangefinder. That rangefinder was a very powerful scope. We were about a mile away from it. You could see the flag and the Marines and everything. That memorial really brought back some memories, and it is a good memorial, man. It's a real nice monument.
Then we loaded the buses and we went to Arlington, and what a humbling place. Hallowed ground for everybody, and very emotional for me personally. We saw the Army caisson drive by our tour mobile, and of course the caisson was empty. You know, the funeral had been completed. From there at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, we did our wreath presentation by a special group of warriors.
One of the things that I got to do was helped lay the wreath on the tomb of the unknown soldier, which meant a great deal to me. The idea of actually being at the tomb and having a wreath in my hand as we put it on the hook really meant something to me. It really choked me up, and I don't choke easy.
It's tough on these guys. You know, for many of them, this is their last opportunity to be there and be a part of that, and brings back lots of memories for them. And it's just our way of saying thank you for your service and our sacrifice.
All the American Airlines crew members were volunteers, and all the flight attendants and all the pilots stayed with the World War II veterans and helped them and escorted them through all the memorials, all the dinners, all getting on the buses and off the buses, because we had about 12 or 13 wheelchair folks with us. The American Airlines volunteers all went above and beyond anything they had ever done, and they have begged to come back and help us again.
It was just 3 days of great excitement for this old man, I'll tell you.
We also toured the Vietnam Wall and not only conducted a wreath ceremony, we took 200 flags with a name and the mark of each one of those fallen heroes to the memorial, and we placed those at 200 places on that wall to represent the Texas fallen heroes.
The comradeship on the plane going, getting to talk to people, on the buses we was going between the monuments and at the monuments, just a closest a kinship you don't have with anybody else.
We're free today because of the greatest generation, and these veterans are in their 80s, early 90s now, and we had to do that. We just felt like that is our duty and our obligation to our community, and very important mission for us to do that. We are a hub of the National Honor Flight System. We are just one state out of 30 that are flying honor flights, and we hope that the other states will join the team, and let's get as many of these World War II veterans to Washington, D.C. as we can.